That's a little sketchy. Alright, so this is my 1987 Chevrolet S10. This is the 2.8 and it's an automatic, no AC. I don't even think the heater works. It has it all, it's just hasn't worked for a long time. I've had this truck for a long time. My grandpa left it to me, and everybody called him Red, so I call this truck Red, even though it's not red, which I think makes it just fun. But yeah, this is essentially Project Red, I guess we'll call it. Runs and drives. It's basically been a farm truck for the longest time, just running errands essentially, and stuff like that. It's been through a lot. Maybe if I can find it, I'll put up some pictures of some of the work that it's done, which is pretty impressive for this little thing. And yeah, so I'd like to say that the plan is to put some kind of crazy build in this that no one's ever done before and just do something completely unique. That's not going to happen yet. But for now, we're going more of a more budget-friendly route for me in this time to make this truck fun, more reliable. So we are doing an LS swap in this. I have a 5.3 out of a 2002. I've been collecting parts for it for a while now, and we're also going to swap the truck from automatic to manual. So I've got a 5-speed AR5 transmission out of a Colorado. We're going to swap that in and make this thing super fun. So yeah, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start tearing the truck apart and get the motor and transmission pulled out. We're going to maybe dress up some things on the front end. I know the front end suspension probably needs to be completely rebuilt as well as the back. But what I mainly want to do is get the engine in, get the LS in, get the transmission in, get it all hooked up, get it running and driving, and then we'll focus on the other things, because this is a running and driving project. I want to keep it that way. I don't want it to be down for very long. And once it's running and driving again, then we can start doing some of the little stuff or major stuff like the suspension. And then a lot of cosmetic stuff. There's a ton of cosmetic stuff to do. It's not going to be a full restoration. I want to leave the patina on the outside for now, but the interior, I want to completely redo the interior. I say completely. I want to do a lot on the interior. I want to refresh it. I want to do some customization. I want to make it my own. I'm really inspired by the Singer Porsches, and the interiors of those are just madness, and I want to kind of recreate that, but in a way that fits the S10. So yeah, definitely follow along in this build. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be fun. Alright, so I'm gonna take a minute to clean up all my stuff. Then we're gonna do inner fenders and radiator support, all this stuff, and then we'll be ready to snatch the motor out of there, and probably be it for this part of the video. I got some wasps to deal with and my cool off, so we'll see where we get. Okay, we're getting back on the S10. Let me update you guys on what I've done since the last clip. I got the rest of the front end off. That was a pain. I had to cut the bolts right there and right there for the core support. And then up underneath, let me adjust the camera. Up underneath, we got the drive shaft out, and I don't know if you can see, but the transmission, the cross member for the transmission's out, and I got a strap there holding it up. Got the exhaust cut. It's coming out anyway, so I figured it's easier to cut it than fight more stuck bolts. The amount of bolts that have just been stuck is insane, and I've just been kind of going through and looking at the work I want to do before we get ready for the new motor. I do have some rot right here, which I'm not too concerned about. I'm going to clean that up, paint it, and then probably up under here I'm going to do some like edge seal or seam seal, something like that. We'll see. Panel adhesive, something like that. Put a little bit of paint on it and call it good. But all that's left is the motor mounts, which should just be one bolt going through there on each side, and then whatever is left that's still plugged in that I didn't know about, and should be ready to come out. Alright, hopefully you can hear me over the rain. It's finally out. That took way longer than I expected. But such is car life. That thing's just caked in dirt, which is the story of the whole truck. The whole underside just caked in red clay. That's going to be satisfying to clean. Alright, I'm going to end this video here. We made a lot of progress. Got the engine out, got it all apart. In the next one, we'll be taking the inner fenders out, and then I have all new front suspension that needs to go in, because all of this is just, it's shot. We're going to do that, and then we got to notch the frame. This little jump up right here, we got to notch. And then I'm probably just going to throw some black, clean it up a little bit more, but throw some black paint on there and call it good. And we'll move on to dressing the new engine, which is in there. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this far along. Hopefully I didn't ramble you to death, and here it is, the new project, Project Red. I don't even know what it is yet, it's going to be a cool street truck. Thank y'all for watching. See you in the next one.